Like I
Dang,
really,
yeah. Boy, that's a number one fan.
we love
Like,
Yak.
I'm not hating. I was like, you've been live for 53 seconds and already a yo in the chat.
We love it.
That's that's damn near more commitment than I got to
it
anything in life.
Yak, Yak, go click on that video. That video I sent you. Tell me what happens. Yeah, go click on that video and tell me what happens. You know, you should never meet your heroes, people. It's dangerous.
Oh Lord.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Because, truth be told, one of the 3 channels I have noties on for, hey, clap that. We gotta clap that. That's
Clap it up.
genuine article love
Love.
right there. Yeah, we love you too, baby. We love you too. But never meet your heroes. Y'all, when you have the opportunity to meet me, as my name is Hero, understand my name was Dylan before. And it was only because putting villain on a birth certificate was not allowed. Alright? Alright?
Dylan or Dylon?
Dylan. There was already 4 other Dylons. There was already 4 other Dylons.
Dynamite, dynamite.
This is the Identity. My name is Hero, that is Shape. And our goal is to identify with you as you identify with us. I want to ask a question, Shape.
I can give you an answer.
How much
You
money?
might not like it, but I'll give you the answer.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I probably won't. How much money
Mm-hmm.
can you attribute to the thing that defines or makes you a man? How much of your money is tied to what makes you a man? And do women find that to be enough?
So my answer is false. That's a trick question. No amount of money ties value to a man.
Mm.
It can buy access that everyday men won't get, right? Like there is a basic level of money that needs to be brought in to make just about every man attractive. Like, yes, for the women in the chat, they like to hear, yes, they can fall in love with someone who's a pauper. Yeah, you do hear that story, but most likely that's never happened. That's not happening. Like, but the statistics show that women don't, for the most part, don't marry socioeconomically down. It's either the same way or up. So for everybody else, right? And because I saw this narrative that is saying, oh, a man's dollar is more tied to his value. It has always been that way. Previously, before we had paper money and all currency, it was your physical ability to either have cattle, land, X, Y, and Z. And now, as only in the last 50 to 70 years, have we changed over to a less physical or a physical aspect. Money is the currency of value, like your ability to attract women and attract people. That's the only thing where money gives it. And yes, money is attractive to women, but it doesn't keep it, because the evidence is in Elon Musk. He is the richest man in the world. It attracts enough women to sleep with him and even have his kids, but he can't keep a woman, right? How is he the only multi-billionaire who can't keep a woman, right? They might get divorced, but they usually get remarried or they get divorced much later on in life. He's the only one who can't keep a woman. And that's actually really weird to me. Like, how insufferable of a human being do you have to be that you are so rich you could basically buy the world? And yet women twice, right? Women are attracted to it like flame to a moth, right? Like moth to a flame. But then they run away scared. And
is it
if
fair
it
to
wasn't
say
for
that?
the NDA,
Is it fair to say
last
that
time
some
saying,
of
if it
those
wasn't for the
women?
NDA, sorry, you're saying?
I was gonna say, is it fair to say that some of those women though are by design? They know they just know that they need a check for 18 months.
Correct. They might. That is probably by design. And on his climb, how come he couldn't keep a woman? Like, even Jeff Bezos kept his woman. Like, while on his climb up, Bill Gates kept his woman. Elon really is the exception to the mean, that every successful man has a woman by his side along the climb. He might cheat on her. He might do a whole bunch of terrible things in his marriage, like as a husband, in order to attain this power. But along the path, 90%, like 80 to 90% of the most successful men on the planet have always been married, right? They even might be gay, right? And still be sleeping with men on the side, but still married. He is the only one that we could think of just can't keep a woman. It's weird.
And I like the edge case of it. So then let's take it to the common man. And this is where I like to, I want to defend for the glimpse of man. Because for what it's worth, me and Shake stand in the top 10.
Because I'm about to say, like, you're not the common man, brother. You're 6'5", 300 plus pounds. Like, you think like a common man, but you're not a common man, sir. Like, I'm closer to the common man than you, and I know I'm not. So, but continue. Go ahead. Like,
okay.
I guess we're cosplaying here. We're cosplaying.
Okay, we're cosplaying as common. But if we were to give ourselves the grace, me and Shake stand in the top 5 to 10% of men in America. And that's from a statistical standpoint of financial, and also from a statistical standpoint of just genetics and what women would find attractive. And watch your fucking mouth. We can read your comments. But in all that to say, there is this certain loathing I have for when a woman comes to my life and doesn't immediately show a sense of like gratitude for the type of man that I have worked to become. So they want to mooch. So those women, I don't conflate them with the women that actually, in all honesty, I don't believe it's any woman's job to try and match me. I think it's more so, how can we help each other? We are a system. How do we help each other? I think like for one of the more healthier relationships I've been in, where she's on her way to becoming a doctor. She doesn't have it right now like I have it. But that's not to say that, I'm not going to support you. And the support doesn't have to be 12 dozen roses every Friday. It could be as simple as, hey, let me buy you this textbook that you said you really need for your course. Let me make sure you have an open and available space to study so that you're not worried about that. Hey, and then you can talk about the sweeter things in life, right? I think a lot of the value that you look for in a man with a big wallet, they first have to establish other things, which is a sort of sense of, and for the average dude, remember, people making millions of dollars, they can put you on a yacht and you just have to shut up. Like, that's just it. You're on a yacht. Shut up. You don't get to complain. The other stuff is the security, the safety, the peace of mind, I got it for you, baby. Don't worry about it. Hey, after this long day, here's $140. Go take care of your nails, and then come do a photo shoot with me later with some.
And what no one talks about, both men and women, especially, I would find women don't talk about, is yes, you might want the man who makes 300, 400K a year, right? But unless, like, do you not understand the amount of work it takes to make that? Right? He's never going to be home, right? It's going to be select. And guess what always happens? You hear the stories of 20, 30 years later on, she's upset because he's built this empire, right? And he's like, well, I had to be married to my job to get this. This is the reality. So what you might think you want, what you want now is not what you truly believe you wanted in 20, 30 years, right? Because he's been married, or they have been married to their job. Like, you ain't broke, you just cheating.
I love that saying, because this is real life love story. My dad was working 3 jobs when he first got to this country, because my mom didn't work in Africa. So why would she work here? And he was going to, and I think my mom said something that I found to be at first like very like shameful. Like, I was ashamed of my dad, but when I thought about what my mom said, I'd rather have you in the house to raise your family than wear nice clothes and nice shoes without you. It stings of the importance of family and camaraderie, because my mom didn't have to work. She chose to. And that was just so she could have Thursday, Friday night dinners as a family. That was more important to her. So it's so important for you to understand. It's so important for you to understand. Before you attach yourself to the materialistic things of life, understand those things will not last. They literally can't. And the things that will take care of you aren't the yacht. It's not the nice car. It's the family and the bond that you make with that family. Take care of the people that will bury you. It's so important.
Thank you for that. And the last thing I'll say to tie into a topic that we spoke on last week, kind of the male loneliness. If anything that is affecting us men, it's in the modern age, is we don't have the security of providing that our previous generations, our fathers had, right? The job security that you will be able to, without a major catastrophe or like your plant going down, right, in your town or something like that, you have the next 10, 15 years of a job to be able to provide. The dynamic that the male species has been built upon for the better part of all, like as far as we can be writing down, is not breaking but changing way faster than human beings acknowledge and are ready for change, especially us as men. I think that is what is causing the issue. Is it's not so much lonely, it's that we don't know what to do, right? Is in every model that we were grown up on, right? That most of us have grown up on, it's breaking in front of us. We don't have the answer to fix it. Like we're supposed to be the answers. And it's not like the women are going to have the answer of what we are supposed to do. It's we have to figure it out on the fly as everything changes day to day, as opposed to year, month to month. So we, as a male species, like especially in the Western world, our ability to produce a valuable currency for the long term is probably more attractive. And actually, I changed my stance. It's probably more attractive now than it has ever been, because people feel that their long-term future is not as settled as it has been in the past. So if somebody who has money now, right, disposable income now, that looks better than somebody who's building stability for long term, because it's hard to plan for a future in today's world.
Facts. No, I think that's a great touch point to leave off on. We're very much curious to know what you guys think about this. Is your value as a man attached to your wallet? Women, have you found yourself being more attracted to men who have a fat wallet or a big heart? Leave it in the comment section. Give each other some advice. Be kind to one another down there, or don't. It's just totally up to you. We appreciate the support, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Share this with somebody on the other side. My name is Hero, that is Shake. This is the Identity Booth. Our goal is to identify with you as you try to identify with us. See you on the other side. One down.
Thank you, y'all.
That is unsettling.
Icon, you're not broke.
Icon. Icon said he was broke.
I know he's not broke.
Icon said he was broke.
You keep your ass home because you can't walk.
Icon is broke like Uncle Scrooge is broke.
I know we're about to start the next topic, but I would, to the people, and especially the women that say money doesn't draw me in, I doubt every woman that says that, 99 out of 100 will not date long-term socioeconomically down, especially two like several thousands of dollars down. It does not work. Where the numbers show, it does not work. You don't do it. So regardless of what y'all say therapy, right? The numbers show when push comes to shove, it doesn't. We're more likely to date socioeconomically down.
Yeah,
right.
And it's no beef. It's no beef. Like I've never had the. There's a woman out there who brought me to my knees. Because not only was she producing more than I was, she was more fulfilled at her life, and I begged to stay within her glow. But it goes to show you that I wasn't ready, and I wasn't the man I was today by a long shot. I was like getting my master's, and she was on her way to finishing her PhD. Like she glowed to me, and it just went to show me like there is a caliber of woman out there that even I can't touch. So like there's a version of me that also feels like those women, what they look for in a guy has to be tenfold of what they are. And I think that dynamic has to be there. Like in every relationship, someone's gonna like someone more than the other person, and that I always feel like that has to exist to a certain extent. Whether it's because of just what they do as a person or because of what they bring to the table for you. Like there's no qualm sitting here saying like, oh, my husband is well off, and because my husband is well off, I was given the wedding that I always wanted. He like I got my passport and got to travel the world. Like no one's gonna clown you for that. But if you say the standard is I must travel the world, well then we got some questions about what you're doing to qualify to be in that conversation. Not saying you don't deserve it, but for you to set that standard so high, man, I'm very curious to see what you are bringing to that man to make him better.
All I'm gonna say is you don't see Cardi B picking up a random like me up off the street, and you know, right, and treat me good. But you happen to see all these rappers picking up random baddies who had no money, no
problems, no money,
no, right?
I saw a dude go to Colombia and come back with a family of beautiful women.
Right, like. Hey, I know there's got to be some rich women in Europe who want to come to America. You know what I mean? Like,
a brother
I got a little money on myself. Like, you don't got to go to third world country. You go first world here.
First world, baby.
I got passports, baby. Like, I'm a born citizen here.
All right.